I was actually a high school English teacher, and I was teaching for 2 years, and I had not had any Fred Jones training. I had not heard of Fred Jones, any of that, and I failed miserably as a high school teacher. And I left the profession, went into publishing, and I realized that I really did miss having the interaction with our youth. So I kind of convinced myself to go back and give it my all, and this was going to be my make or break year. This was going to determine whether or not I could really cut it as an educator. And I did some research, found an excellent middle school, and interviewed, and I was lucky enough to get the position. And at that point, it was very early in the summer, and I just kind of made a pact to myself that I was going to find something, some sort of supplemental material that could help me succeed. And lo and behold, I went into my classroom and was cleaning out bookshelves and all of that, and there was the Tools for Teaching book. And I thought, oh, okay, this looks interesting. And as I just very simply flipped through it, I automatically saw things that I knew I needed to read. So I sat down and I read the book cover to cover in probably 3 days. And after reading it, well, while I was reading it, there were just so many times that I would read something and think, oh, that is exactly why I didn't do so well, or that's exactly why I didn't succeed. So I was just so enamored and excited, and I just started making notes, and I sat down and started coming up with my procedures and, how I was going to be, just following everything all the time. And that was pretty much it. And then the first day of school came, and I felt for the first time so prepared to be in that classroom. And the very first day was a complete success. And then the second day was a complete success. And it just went on from there. And I teach literacy. I teach students that have scored a level 1 on our state, it's the FCAT on our state assessment test. Most of these students are very low achieving students. Most of them have been in a remedial reading class for at least 2 years. Most of my students are labeled exceptional. So they are usually the behavior problems, as Fred calls them, like the 10% that always causes the problems. Those are my students. And for me to look back at this year thus far, I know the only reason I am successful this year is because of the Tools for Teaching. But the whole reason this year has been so successful, I know, is because now I have some tools, I have some skills that I can go back on and I can use in certain situations. I wasn't an education major, and so it wasn't until I found this book. And once school started, our school is a Fred Jones school, so we had to go through a 6-week training course where we watched the videos, and just, again, having that reinforcement of all the information that he provides. I know I will be singing Fred Jones praises forever. And everyone I can pass it on to, that's exactly what I do. Because to me, it is the best, it's the best information out there for teachers. To me, there's nothing can beat it. And it was, I thank my lucky stars, because I love this profession, and I look at my parents who have lasted in this profession, and they love it. And I've always said, if I could be half the teacher that my mother is, I would be proud of myself. And now I feel like I am. Now I feel like I'm on the same page as she is, and I have the same goals as she had when she was my age as a new teacher. So, I really do. I'm not being over dramatic or anything. I would not have been successful. I probably would have ended up leaving the profession for good if it would have not been for Tools for Teaching.